Howdy folks, TJ here. Next update just popped up on the internets yesterday, or was it the day before? Well, the 23rd. What's today's date? 24th, so yesterday, the anniversary of our beloved Specky. So it was kind of fun and exciting to actually receive an update on its anniversary of the Specky Next, which thousands and thousands and thousands of people love. So let's go ahead and do a quick perusal. A little different than normal. Normally I'm just looking at my screen over here and reading it off, but I thought I'd try something different today. I don't know how well it will come in, but probably well enough. And we're just going to talk about the happy 40th birthday Specky and a look at the Atrix 7 test board. So I haven't read any of this yet, so it'll be exciting to read it together. So it's Sunday, and thought I would close out the anniversary/birthday weekend here and read off this fun update. So 40 years ago to the day, the ZX Spectrum was launched, and history of the personal computer was forever changed. Our Rubberkeith marvel, a design statement that has passed the test of time, with flying color clash, started to trickle into our eager hands and kick-started a revolution that, may I say, continues to this day. Now, here in the United States, there was no Specky revolution. Be truthful, there just wasn't. But I'm 55 years old, going on 56, and it sure has grabbed my huevos quite well. And I'm in the United States, I'm a USA bloke, but yet I've fallen in love with the Specky. So there is a certain magic to this platform, the computer, the people behind it. There's a lot of excitement. Maybe it's the underdog that could and would and should, all those things. It just, not a revolution here, a revolution over where this was born, but it's so interesting that probably out of all the 8-bit platforms that I'm part of, they all have pretty fun and big communities. But I've got to say, the Specky has a very vibrant one. And just look, there's been roughly 9,000 to 10,000 Specky Next sold between 2 Kickstarters. That says something. So huge platform in terms of older 8-bit, and it's next generation in terms of a next. The next is the next Specky, right? So this very day, after all, how many 40-year-old computers, do you know of that remain as relevant as the Specky, or have as many games still releasing? That's true. Hard to beat our favorite computer, and harder still to find a better community of like-minded people who keep the ZX Spectrum going. And I will have to say, the community is the big... I love the computer, but the community is what really drives my passion to meet a lot of these folks. I'm part of a lot of different vintage communities, and many of them are nice. But I've got to say, per quantity, the Specky is probably the nicest that I've experienced to date. A lot of good people out there in all the other platforms, but I just love a lot of how the Specky community pulls together. But there are a few oddballs in there, and maybe I'm one of the oddballs for all I know. People think, oh, that TJ, he's crazy. So let's continue reading. So here's a nice advertisement. I would love to get that white monitor here in the United States. I've never seen one like it. My guess is it probably wasn't something sold over here, but there's a color and sound full moving keyboard, 16K or 48K RAM, high resolution graphics. So a wonderful old advertisement. And I'm not going to read all this verbatim. I just wanted to kind of get the basics started here by chatting about it. So, but we'll finalize the reading here, since it's kind of like the editorial, if you want to call it that. So, in order to celebrate the occasion, a short update with just 2 main threads, a special offer from the makers of the Rubberkeith Wonder documentary, and I did support that, which you can still pre-order, that's cool, including 3 exclusive interviews you can freely watch right now, and the first photos of our new Atrix 7, Arctic, not Atrix, Arctic 7 base test boards, which are leaving the production line for final validation. I thought it said vindication for a second there. I took my glasses off. Validation. Without further ado, behold the issue 4 board. So here's some pictures. Let's just fly through this. Our friends at the manufacturing plant have just sent us the first images, so they don't even have them yet. They're just sending the first images to the team, it looks like, and they're going to do some first-time testing with Alan's new firmware. and they're super keen to get their hands on them. In the next update, they'll run through the details and performance of the new board, designed side by side with the older Spartan 6. So here's some pictures of the TBB Blue issue 4 board, aka 2H. 2 as in number 2, and H as in Henrique, in all its raw glory. Oh, look at this picture. That is so cool looking. Look, it almost looks like, you know, when you shoot a laser beam and it all directs to the middle of the screen. It kind of looks like, boom, boom. These things were kind of all pointing to the Arctic 7. That's a cool looking picture. Dig it. So that's a huge fat FPGA. Maybe the F stands for fat. Fat Programmable Gate Array. Is that what it is? Cool. Oh, look at all the quantity here. They're marching towards the developer team. So they have all these in tow, about to ship, it looks like. Oh, what's this thing? Look at the shielded ESP module. Oh, that's a cool looking picture. So shielded, no more interference. And thank goodness, because I'm tired of typing REG 2,128. I do that every time. And look at the clean, sharp, as we expected of you, dear board. So here it is. All these pictures of our new board that we'll have in our Specky next, probably. Then to celebrate the ZX Spectrum at 40 with a ZX Spectrum documentary film. From Bedrooms to Billions, the Wunderkeith Wonder. So that's from the makers of it. And the movie, documentary will be the Rubberkeith Wonder. And I can't wait to get mine. I purchased, I think, the Blu-ray. Yeah, I don't think I would have did the DVD. I think I did the Blu-ray. I forget. But needless to say, I can't wait to get it. So I'm not going to read all this stuff, but it looks like, if you recall, documentary film, Rubberkeith Specky, the new film Kickstarter funded project by Anthony and Nicola Caulfield. Let's see, the film is shaping up highly impressive cast with Richard Altwasser and Dr. Steve Vickers, former Sinclair MD Nigel Searle, head of Sinclair Software, Allison Payne, former Sinclair employee and Acorn co-founder Christopher Curry. Wow, they're getting some big names in this, aren't they? Sir Clive's son Crispin Sinclair and nephew Grant Sinclair, the creator of the Z80 chip, Federico Fagan, and also many legendary ZX Spectrum game designers and musicians along the way. So to help celebrate the ZX Spectrum 40th birthday this coming weekend, that Anthony and Nicola have kindly provided us with some brand new clips. So they got, looks like a whole bunch of new clips. And they also say something about, but if that wasn't enough, anyone who backs them by pre-ordering a copy of the new film immediately gets access to 1 hour plus backer pack filled with lots of fantastic ZX Spectrum related content. So I don't know, is that only for people that's now making new pre-orders, or for existing Kickstarter people like myself and hundreds of others? Also, was it hundreds or thousands? I forget how many. They sold a lot. They met their quotas and all that. So I don't know. I've looked at the Kickstarter. I don't think I remember anything about a 1 hour backer packed. So is that something we can start viewing today, or is that something that will come out later that we'll all get links to? I don't quite follow, but okay, cool, thank you. And then it looks like they've got some highlights, ZX Spectrum design insights by Richard Altwasser, insight into the color design of the ZX Spectrum by Dr. Steve Vickers, and it goes down this list. Matthew Smith talking about Jet Set Fracking Willie. I'm not going to use the other word because I'm not going to swear today. It's Sunday. I don't want to be struck down by the man upstairs. Former Sinclair MD Nigel Searle. So there's lots of stuff in here. And then it looks like they've got all sorts of video clips. I'm not going to play these. Obviously, you can play them yourself. But clips to the Rubberkeith Wonder. So they've got a clip from Richard Altwasser, Nigel Searle, and there's a nice picture of Sir Clive, Allison Payne, and next time, a software packed update, as usual, the new issue 4 board running and production timeline news. So in the meantime, happy 40th birthday, Specky Community. So that's it. A pretty quick update from my normal reading a lot, and it was kind of a shorter one. So anyway, thanks. This ends the birthday weekend, anniversary weekend for the Specky 40th. Thanks for watching, and a fun little update. Watch these video clips. They look enticing, and if I find out any updated information about that 1 hour pack, I'll post it on the Sinclair Society, but I don't know quite what that means. So anyway, have fun, everyone, and have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye.